Hey guys, I have almost 3 weeks in Greece spent on Mount Athos. Those 3 weeks was quite interesting because Mount Athos, it's a special place. It is also called the Holy Mountain, and I do want to make lots of comments about this place. Everyone or man should go there and see with their own eyes and take their own conclusions. What I want to say about this place is the fact that I realized that you can pray only in your native language. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to follow the sermons and the services in those foreign churches and monasteries. And I want to give thanks to all the monasteries that sheltered me during those days, the last weeks. And it's a place where you can find lots of understanding and compassion, and obviously they are really welcoming. And this experience was quite beautiful, so I recommend it. Then now I'm again in the Macedonian region of Greece, in this archaeological site of Philippi, the old city of Philip II of Macedon, and I'm going to show you the surroundings. But I want to say that I'm not chasing this guy, but also the former state of Yugoslavian Macedonia have lots of history regarding Macedonia's dynasty, and also of course the region of Macedonia in Greece. So we are at the foothill of Mount Obelos. Now it's called Mount Lekani. It's about 13 kilometers northwest of the city of Kavala. The city of Kavala is quite a beautiful city next to the shores of the Aegean Sea, and with a beautiful fortress over there. So you should visit it too when you will come here. Philippi, as you can see, this large archaeological site probably is the largest one in southeastern Europe, or definitely the largest one that I've ever seen so far. It was established by Thasians. Thasians are the inhabitants of the island Tassos, which we've seen it on my last video log from the top of Athos mountain. And they give the name of this city Crenides. In 356 before Christ, Philip II of Macedon conquered the city and renamed it after his name to Philippi. And it was a big marsh here, and it covered all this plain, separating it from the Pangaion hills to the south of Greece. It's over there in the distance. Philip II of Macedon conquered the city because he was really interested about the gold mines that was near to here in those mountains, and it was also because he wanted to establish a military garrison at a strategic passage between Amphipolis and Neapolis. It was also part of the Great Royal Route, which crosses Macedonia from the east to west, and it was also reconstructed later by the Roman Empire as Via Egnatia. So Via Egnatia is quite here in front of us. We have in front the Roman Forum, or the Agora, and it has 2 roads. And this one closest to us down the hill is the old Via Ignatia. He also endowed the city with important fortifications, the walls especially, and he drew the swamp. He drained the swamp to make a free place to construct the buildings. Romans came here after the Third Macedonian War in 160 before Christ, and they divided the kingdom into 4 separate states. Amphipolis city is about 50 kilometers on the west direction. It was that city became the capital of the Eastern Macedonian state, not Philippi, unfortunately. There are 2 important events here at Philippi. One is from the Roman era, and the second one is from Christian period. The city reappears in sources during the Roman Civil War that followed the assassination of Julius Caesar. His heirs Mark Antony and Octavian confronted the assassins of Caesar, that is Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus, at the battle here at Philippi on the plain to the west of the city during October in 42 before Christ. It's over that place. Over there is also a theater and an arena, because it was built during the Roman. It's about 500 meters from here, built during the Roman rule. Theater, I say theater because the theater, as I know, was born in the 7th century and related with Dionysus games. Come back to the fight of Philippi between those 2 sides. Octavian and Antony were victorious, and in this final battle against the partisan of the Republic. They also released some of their veteran soldiers, probably from 28th Legion, and colonized them in this city. And after Octavian became a Roman emperor in the year of 30 before Christ, he reorganized the colony and established more settlers here. The second important event on the Christian era was the fact that in the New Testament states that in 49 after Christ, or 50, the city was visited by Apostle Paul. From the Acts of the Apostle and the letter of the Philippians, early Christian concluded that Paul had founded their community. So it is believed that here it was founded the first Christian community from Europe, and over there we have the octagon basilica. It was dedicated to Saint Paul, and also there have been found other 4 basilicas, more of them dedicated also to the Christianity. One it's over there with big colonnades, green from Thassus. It was a domed construction, really large for that period. So, according to the New Testament, Paul visited the city in 2 other occasions, also in 56 and 57. And the first church described in the city is a small building that was probably originally a smaller prayer house. And the prosperity of this city in the 5th and 6th century was attributed to Paul and to his ministry, being a Christian community. This is, as I said, the Agora, or the Roman Forum. It's really large. It has about 100 meters in length and about 70 meters in width. And it has pretty large piles of stone. I've seen on the roads that comes into the city, there are pretty megalithic piece of stones that are placed here in this archaeological site, and it's surrounded on 3 sides for Corinthian style colonnades. Over there at the octagon, there were also the administrative chambers and places of the bishop. What is interesting to me is the fact that now, 2000 years, these guys did their physiological things on marble thrones, which is pretty impressive. So you can find it, there's toilets and latrines somewhere over there. That's a beautiful sight to be seen. Behind me here, this place was also a place for worshipping the Roman gods until the Christian era began, and afterwards it was transformed into another Christian basilica. I said that in that direction is the Roman arena, and this place actually covers a really huge area. So there are lots of things to be seen here. See you next time.